And John, this is exciting because you look at Raymond, obviously their storied history, kind of a new area here for Ross Shepp in this game. Tell me what you're thinking coming into this one.
Well, you're talking about a team that's been here, and it's tradition for them, that being Raymond. They always make that long bus ride in that old Bluebird bus coming up the road. And, you know, it's a tradition. They're built for competition. That's how they do. Ross Shepp has never played in this game. But I can tell you this, having coached against them this year, they have a very good offensive line, defensive line. They get off the ball very well. And that is also the strength of Raymond's team, and has been over the years. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the competition level will be here.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one because, I mean, I haven't been part of a lot of high school football, but man, I keep hearing the stories about Raymond all these years, and you know, covering different levels. You hear about the Raymond Comets. So how do they keep doing it?
Well, I think a part of it is the culture of the community.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a very strong family-oriented community in Raymond, and of course they draw from Sterling and McGrath, small schools, and if you add all three of those towns together, you're still smaller than any other Tier 1.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing to me about it is it's that culture. Those kids are not one-sport players. They will be playing baseball. They'll be playing basketball. They'll be playing football. They'll be in track and field. They'll be involved in other things in the community. And in the cities, we don't quite have that.
Yeah,
but in that smaller community, they've got it.
And it's interesting, you mentioned Ross Shepp. You've seen them a little bit this year, obviously. They put up some big numbers to get here in the semifinals on the way that their offense really can score.
They can score. They've got, as I say, the key to their scoring, again, is their line.
Yeah.
They get off the ball. They get into people. Even their receivers will block well downfield. We saw that in Sexsmith winning the Tier 4 provincials here just a little while ago. Their receivers, the same thing, blocking well downfield. It's that tenacity that you need to have at this level. And you will see the same thing with Raymond. So it's going to be interesting to try to see defensive backs get off these blocks, see linebackers get off blocks, and so on.
How do you handicap this one coming in? Do you have a sense, or is you just looking forward to the game here?
Well, if you're looking at it historically, you'll say Raymond obviously has it. But for me, I'm an alumnus of Ross Sheppard many, many years ago. But the biggest thing for me is whoever controls that line of scrimmage, I believe, is going to win the ball game. And that's where I think we're going to see in the first quarter the tempo being set.
All right, we're going to turn things over to the house announcer. Get you set. It's Raymond and Ross Shepp coming up next. It's an IC Live Procast.
Thunderbirds from Edmonton and the visiting Raymond Comets. They are both vying for supremacy at the Tier 1 regional level in Alberta, which is for schools with a population of 1,250 or higher. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the players for the visiting team and the Southern Alberta champion, Raymond Comets. Wearing number 1, Houston Ralph. Number 2, Pike and East Hope. Number 3, Ashton Whitbeck. Number 4, Braxton Copeters. Number 6, Brock Barnett. Number 7 is Garrett Russell. Number 8, Keston Levitt. Wearing number 10, Jay Heggie. Number 11, Bentley Francis. Number 12, Ace Richards. Number 14, Luca Caro. Number 22, Brody Smith. Number 23, Hunter Heggie. Number 24, Easton Olson. Wearing number 33, Levi Nemeth. Number 36, Tanner Morales. Number 40 is Caden Holsworth. Number 52, William Shipley. Number 54, Max Greep. Number 56 is Brewston Holth. Number 57, Nathan Murray. Number 58, Brock Seeley. Wearing number 60, Gavin Russell. Number 62, Nathan Mayer. Number 64, Bryson Clifton. Wearing number 66, Ty Romerl. Number 68, Mason Bevins. Wearing number 80, Everson Harker. Number 81 is Reddick West. Number 84, Nathan Nielsen. Number 87, Keston Henry. Number 88, Dane Heggie. And not dressed, Ethan Schneider. Head coach Connor Ralph and the rest of the Raymond Comets coaching staff. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the players for the home team and your Northern Alberta champion, Ross Sheppard Thunderbirds. Wearing number 1, Braden Chuddy. Number 2, Ahmed Tayem. Wearing number 3, Darian Chuddy. Number 4, Jake Nyongabo. Number 5, Connor Dandridge. Number 6, Chris Shoewater. Wearing number 7, Holton Matheson. Number 8, Marco Soltero. Number 9 is Colton Cardwell. Number 10, Connor Reed. Number 11, Kai Dunkley. Number 12, Ray Cruz. Number 13, Gavri Shishkin. Number 14 is Reese Kerr. Number 15, Michael Nicholchuk. Number 17, Tristan Ginther. Number 18, Cass Cardinal. Wearing number 19, Caleb Clark. Number 21, Wesley Johnson McDuff. Number 23, Tyson LeBlanc. Wearing number 24, Ty Poon. Number 25 is Ethan Daravi. Number 26, Ben Panku. Number 28, Ethan McNeil. Number 33, Evan Carlson. Number 37 is Tanner Hillaby. Number 45, Eric Mallet-Perret. Number 50, Corbin Finnegan. Number 52 is Blake Robertson. Number 53, Christian Gibson. Wearing number 55, Nicholas Chong. Number 62 is Tristan White. Number 63, Caleb Waibenga. Number 64, DeAndre Sugar. Number 65, Ryan Gomazelli. Number 67, Matthew LeCavalier. Number 68, Caleb Navrot. Number 69, Aiden Dudley. Number 76 is Tyrell Brooks. Number 77, John Gibbons. Number 78, Malachi Muir. Number 79 is Trey Kootenay. Number 85, Dylan Eady. Number 88, Kenyon Ironmonger. Number 89, Elliot Cameron. Number 90 is Malachi Moore. Number 91, John Sadden. Number 96, Josh Williams. Number 97, Ian Gutierrez Jimenez. And number 98, Thomas Hope. Head coaches Mark and Brian Buczynski and the rest of the Ross Sheppard Thunderbirds coaching staff. Please now turn your attention to center field, where we would call captains forward for the coin toss. And the officials for today's game: back judge, Mr. Larry Leduc; the line judge, Mr. Ryan Lyer; the back umpire, Mr. Jesse Schoengut; the umpire, Mr. Jake Webb; the down judge, Ms. Sharon Airy; and the referee for today's game, Mr. Terry Owen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask you to please rise and remove your hats and helmets for the reading of our treaty acknowledgement. We would like to respectfully acknowledge that this championship game is located on Treaty 6 land, traditional territories of the First Nations and Métis people. We would like to acknowledge all of the many First Nations, Métis and Inuit who have walked upon and acted as stewards of this land for centuries, as well as honor elders, the keepers of all, both past and present. And now the national anthem.
right, ready to get this one going. We have Ross Sheppard and Raymond Comets going head-to-head. Ross Sheppard in the blue, Raymond in the red. Nice day. I mean, weather again works out perfect. It must be me and you, John. We get these great days for football.
We've been very, very fortunate, Corey, and I'm sure the players really are happy. Number one, to be playing on this field. The field is in great shape. There is a pretty good wind blowing from the south, and this stadium, it will swirl. So depending on where you are, it could affect the kicking game some. Won't affect the passing game at all, but it will affect the kicking game.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the wind's too bad, but you're right. It does tend to swirl and pick up, and the kicking game does get really affected in this bowl down here. They still have the kind of the soccer setup as well. Of course, they had the big soccer matches here a couple weeks back, or a week or so ago.
I think that's one reason that the field is in such good shape, because they had to clear it and make sure it was good for soccer. So this is as good field conditions as I've ever seen for a provincial final.
Yeah, definitely can't complain about the conditions out there today for this one as we get set for the opening kickoff. Comets will get the ball as East Hope and Barnett are back. And we'll get to see what Raymond can do offensively to get this one going. We're set to get this one underway. Whistle in, and here we go. Barnett will return from the 15-yard line, goes up the sidelines to 20, 25, 30, 40, on his feet still and run out of bounds at about near the 40-yard line. Oh. I'm going to put that actually went out of bounds a little bit earlier than I thought at the 29.
Yeah, he must have stepped out there. It looked to me like when he took off, what happened with the contained man, but he was out of bounds and they knew it.
All right, so Houston Ralph, the quarterback here for Raymond.
And the thing for us to watch here, Corey, is let's all see the offensive line and the defensive line get off the ball. Both these teams are very good at getting off the ball.
All right, lots of motion. Ralph's going to go straight forward with it right into those lines. Able to push the pile forward. Actually, that was the running back, Brock Barnett, running that one straight up the middle of the quarterback spot.
They got a good push from the right tackle, and that enabled them to get about 4 to 5 yards.
This time Ralph's going under center. 2nd and 5. Again, right at the middle, they have room this time. First down and more for the Comets. Out near their 50-yard line, brought down about the 48. Was Barnett that time.
If we see this on the replays, a very quick opening play. They double team the end, pop it inside, and a very good hard running by the running back. When you can get movement on an end the way they did, about 2 yards outside on a push, it gave a pretty good angle for the running back to pop the hole.
Well, 1st and 10 from their 48. Again, Barnett, the carrier, goes right side through the middle of that line. Popped it out to just shy of midfield.
This is just a read, but right now you're seeing again, look like they're passing, but they don't. They run the ball, and the linemen get up to second levels, and that enabled them to get the first down. Excellent blocking by the Raymond front.
So 2nd and 5 here now for the Comets. Crowded backfield, now lots of motion. And Ralph took a step back, and he goes right at the middle. Oh, he gets popped right away. Right at the midfield stripe. That'll bring him 3rd down.
He was hit very hard there by number 53, Christian Gibson, and real good pop. When And Raymond is very confident. You look at it, you got 3rd and 2 to go, and they're going for it.
Just across midfield into Ross Sheppard territory at the 54.
Power type formation.
Handoff up the middle. It's going to be close. They pushed the pile. I don't think they got it.
They stopped him, I'm sure. Real nice job by the line backing core and the front of Ross Sheppard. Got off the ball well. They get the push, but I don't think they've got it either.
There's Brock Barnett on the carry once again. And Gibson was in on the stop. They're going to measure this.
The one thing about Gibson is, you notice he got underneath the blocker and he stood him up and was able to fill in hard. This is going to be close, but I just, no, they do not
short.
have it. They're short.
Yeah, a couple links short. So an early stop for the Thunderbirds. So Ross Sheppard will take over at their 52-yard line here.
Now again, what we talked about with the lines on the other side of the ball, it's the same thing here. Ross Sheppard's offensive line has been pretty good this year. Raymond's historically has been very good. They run a 30 front instead of the 40 that Ross Sheppard runs.
And there's a give right up the middle. Connor Dandridge on the carry. And gets it just shy of midfield here once again, up to the 54. They'll say 2nd and 8 here. Otero in at quarterback. He'll drop back, looks first pass of the game, and that one just one-hopped its way into the intended receiver, Sherwater.
There's a case where the ball was underthrown, but we're going to get a roughing the passer on this, I believe. An automatic first down, 15-yard penalty.
Well, that'll move the ball up to the 41-yard line here for Ross Sheppard. Marcus Otero in the shotgun here. 4 receivers near side. And the give once again, nothing there though. That one got snuffed out right away. Danger's brought down right away.
Well, they come in off the ball very quickly. And here you look at 54, the middle linebacker. He was stacked on the nose guard and he just freed up and came through clean, make the tackle for a loss.
Max Greep on the tackle. Well, 2nd and 12. As Otero drops back, pressure comes. He's able to sling it away and has a man, but not much room there. Now breaks the tackle, across the 35, still on his feet, and he's going to wrestle that really close to the first down. I think he's got it.
He's got the first down from where they're marking the ball. And this again, this is not like Raymond. This is poor tackling. They're in position. They missed 2 there. Drops his head there. And finally, team tackle him. Good hard running by the receiver.
Elliot Cameron with the reception to make that happen. Now, handoff to Dandridge. He's brought down immediately. As Ross Sheppard trying to run quick here.
They're trying to keep the tempo high on this and keep Raymond off balance.
Otero drops back, looking far side of the field. Again, slings it over the middle, has a man, has a reception. And gang tackled and stopped quickly after he made the catch was Tristan Ginther.
Stopped short about a yard, maybe 2 yards. And this is a case again. Ross Sheppard's offensive line does an admirable job picking up the blitz. And then this is good gang tackling by Raymond downfield.
Well, this will bring up 3rd and 3. And offense stays out here.
It's going to be interesting to see what they run in this short yardage situation.
No movement, no flags. Terrell drops back under pressure, now rolls out to his right. And nowhere to go. He's met hard in the backfield and brought down. Brock Barnett once again.
Well, here's a case. You know, you look at Raymond's pressure here. This is a case where a lot of teams do this, where they go into a pistol-type formation, and they had about 8 men up and were bringing them. Well, even if you handed the ball off to somebody, they're in the backfield. So now you got to free people up. They played man coverage behind it, covered their men well, nowhere to go for the quarterback. He was smart in hanging on to the ball. It could have been picked.
The Comets take over their own 30-yard line. Ralph's going to roll out to his right. Now stop up. Looking to throw, or maybe just see if he can find a lane to run. Now he's back this side. Still looking downfield is Ralph. Crosses the line of scrimmage. The sidelines ends up picking up about 8, maybe 9 on the play. It's a lot of running for 8 and 9 yards.
1999 provincial championship. The quarterback for Raymond was a fellow by the name of Brett Ralph. And that looked like Brett out there. He was all over that field. Although they were defeated, they had won 3 in a row before that and lost to Jasper Place 39-37 in a tremendous ball game. But Brett Ralph had that boot. And I don't know if Houston is Brett's son or a nephew. He certainly related somehow to him.
That brings up 2nd and 1. Ralph will hand this one off, and another first down here for Raymond right up the middle. As Barnett able to find a hole.
Again, you watch it here. They get off the ball well, get a good push, and they keep their feet moving. And this is a key for a good offensive line. You keep your feet moving, you open seams. You get the seams, a good running back's going to take advantage of them.
So 1st and 10 from the 47 here for the Comets. And Barnett in a quarterback here to take this one. Looks downfield. He'll gun it. He's got a man in behind the defense. And he's got a completion. Big time gain for Houston Ralph, down to the 10.
Well, that's to Houston Ralph. So you got another quarterback in there throwing to Houston Ralph. So you look at this. This is a perfect ball. And coverage beaten cleanly. If that ball was thrown a little bit earlier, it would have been 6 points.
53-yard gain. So 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. So they can get a first down without scoring, but barely. Now Ralph in shotgun. And he'll pitch it off. Fumbled ball, though.
It'll be interesting to see who gets the ball. I think Raymond has recovered it, Corey.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Cairo got on top of it. And it was Luca Caro jumping on top of the ball. So it brings up 2nd and 13. And Ralph shotgun, empty backfield. Rolling near side, gets rid of it to the end zone and just broken up. Good coverage there by the T-Birds to stop that one.
Combination of very good coverage and very good pressure from Ross Sheppard. You notice that Ralph has to throw off his back foot. He moves up, and he's getting pressure right away.
Elliott Cameron able to get up to knock that one down.
Now in the pregame, we were watching the kickers warm up, and this place kicker for Raymond has a very good leg.
Tanner Morales.
See how this goes.
Lining up a 20-yard field goal attempt. Hold is down. Able to punch it through. So Raymond strikes first with a 20-yard field goal for Morales.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what Ross Sheppard chooses to do. Do they take the ball on the 35, or do they want a kickoff?
Looks like kickoff units coming on for Raymond.
Looks like it. Looks like that's what they want. No, they're going to take it on the 35 on the far hash mark. So this is just, some teams like to do this, would prefer to do it. And I think they also look at the place kicker. Morales can kick the ball pretty well. And you like to get the ball out of the 35 if you can. on a return. So they start there without wasting people.
So Ross Sheppard takes over the 35-yard line here, down 3-0. Dandridge on the give. He has some room left side, gets through the line, and has enough for a first down. He's out across the 45-yard line to about the 46.
Now what you like about this, you watch it on the replay, this is extremely well blocked. They wash down, back comes around, good block, and the running back stays low, runs hard. Extremely well executed play. Also a very good low tackle.
And Wesley Johnson-McDuff with that big block there. And Dandridge again goes up the middle now. He has a first down and more. He's brought down into Raymond territory though at about the 47-yard line.
Basically the same play here, Corey. They're running this off tackle. You see number 2 come out with the block, comes up inside, double wrapping the ball real well. The coaches in this cool weather, they emphasize that a lot.
And now, a little malfunction to start this one.
I think in this case, this was a called play. Looked to me like it was a quarterback draw type play, but the Raymond Comets penetrated in the backfield very quickly, stuffed the play.
I'll give him a yard, so I'll make it 2nd and 9 here with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Otero. Drop back. And get it away, and it's going to one-hop to its receiver, so it's incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
He got pressure right away. It's number 54, their middle linebacker. He's coming through very quickly. Now, what they're doing, Corey, if you notice, Raymond has been running a 3-man front, but they're stacking that MAC linebacker behind him. They're bringing him every time. So basically, it's a 4-man front. And what they're doing is giving that the middle linebacker a little bit of delay, allowing that nose to get in, and then he comes off and catches the seam and goes. What Ross Sheppard's going to have to do is count him into their blocking scheme and then just block him up right off the bat.
Williams on to punt this one away. Barnett takes it at about the 9. Now he's going to throw a lateral across field. All kinds of room here, but they can't make the completion, and just inbounds out across the 20 after the ball was scooped up by Caro.
You know, the concept was good. He just threw it a little high, but really a nice punt. Good hang time, gets it down the field. You watch this, there it is. Now he throws it and just threw it a little high. But that's a lateral, so it's okay as long as he stays inbound, which he does. And a good play all around.
Takes a big hit at the end there from Cameron. A 14-yard return. Now Barnett in shotgun. And he's going to roll to his right. Steps around the first man, gets the ball away, has a completion. Not a lot there, good coverage by Ross Shepp is making that play was Typhoon.
That's a very good tackle. Good coverage on the field and a very, very good tackle. Ross Sheppard is extremely well coached, as is Raymond. And they make a lot of plays just through doing the right thing the right way. If you notice that tackle, he got the shoulder pad into him, then wrapped him and kept working to take him down.
He's 2nd and 5 here now as Parker picked up 5 on that reception. Now Ralph trying to find a lane, has a man deep, goes to the underneath man, has a completion down the sidelines once again. And a nice pickup into Ross Shepp territory that time.
Here we'll see a scramble rule. You see he's coming this way, looking, nothing there, he's getting pressure, he comes back. The receiver now is out in the flat, and he sees what happened. He turns up on the defensive back and just runs down the field, and all Ralph did was lay it out and let him be a receiver. Well executed play all around.
That was Luca Caro. He had Pike and Easthope too, open deep. A good pick up here. Now a little toss. Caro again. Across the 45, the 40. And stop before he gets to the 35-yard line, right near that marker. We'll see where they mark the football.
Now, this is very interesting. You watch him. A lot of backs would have just taken off at full speed. He sets the blocking up, hesitated there. Now he comes up the field, little burst, and he almost gets the first down. It's well-executed play.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter here. Pretty exciting so far. Raymond with a 3-0 lead. The Alberta Schools Athletics Association wishes to thank its many sponsors and suppliers who help make this event a reality. The Platinum sponsors Subway and Alberta Milk. Also like to thank sponsors Morjex Insurance, Rycom Print and Design, Wilson, Elite Promotional Marketing, Driving Force, Deerfoot Inn and Casino, and Marmot Basin. So pretty solid first quarter here, John. They're both teams going quick.
They are, and again, both lines are playing fairly well. They're forcing things to happen, and what I am seeing from Raymond is they're adapting a little bit better. And we'll have to see how this goes on as the game goes on. But they seem to be able to adapt to a breakdown.
And it did give Caro the first down. Now a little trickery here. And Barnett's going deep. So you have a man in behind the defense, and he brings it in. Touchdown, Comets. Able to hang on to that football was Harker.
Yeah, if we watch this play and you watch, Ross Sheppard is basically in his own cover, but their deep people don't get deeper than the widest receiver. And then when they do, they try to close on the man. They don't go to the ball. And it's just, again, pretty well executed play. Raymond receiver goes to the ball. You see him come up hard for it, make the catch for the touchdown.
It looked like Colton Cardwell might have got a hand on it defensively, but able to make the completion. The point after attempt is good.
Now, the thing we've seen from Raymond in this game so far has impressed me with the variation of their offense, both passing and running. They pass the ball with a running back to their quarterback, have him run deep. They've done this toss pass now for a touchdown. But they set that up with some pretty good running plays. Again, their offensive line is blocking very well. And Ross Sheppard now has got themselves behind a wall here. They've got to get out of it, and they've got to get downfield and get some points.
And even defensively, when you're looking at their backfield, you're not sure if it's going to be Ralph or Barnett taking the snap with all the movement.
Well, that's right. And again, that's the one thing they're doing. They're running multiple formations, and they start from a bunch formation, everything tight, and spread it out, start them out, bring them in, and then they just execute from there. They probably only have 4 or 5 plays that they run out of that. They just do it from many different formations.
All right, so 10-0 now, Comets leading. And kickoff drop now to 15, and just going to dive on top of the football there was Gutierrez Jimenez.
Of course, that's a situation where when you fumble the ball, you get on it, it's a dead ball. But you have to get on the ball.
Yeah.
And this is something that Raymond kicker Esmeralda, he gets the ball high and gives his people time to get downfield. It really helps. Now Ross Sheppard's caught where they don't want to be, about the 17-yard line with the first down.
So, let's see what the Thunderbirds can do here. Marcus Soltero, quarterback. Play action fake. Double pumps, gets rid of the ball, gets deflected before it gets to the receiver. Falls incomplete, looking for Darian Chudy.
That was almost picked off by number 23, and the reason was the pressure was coming inside, and the quarterback let the ball go off his back foot, and I think he might have got popped as he's letting the ball go, so there was nothing on it.
So 2nd and 10. Now Chudy comes in motion. This time the quick give up the middle. There's some room here. Brought down just to close to the marker. Should be enough for a first down for Dandridge.
I think he's got it.
Yep.
Now again, really well executed. You notice 76 getting up on the block. Real good job getting up to the second level. When you got offensive linemen doing it, Ross Sheppard's on this all year. They're a very well coached ball club. Their line plays very well.
And Dandridge again, he gets popped pretty hard that time by Barnett.
Now, if you watch Barnett, he kind of slipped on the last play. He's upset with himself, and he's bringing the leather now. It's a good job.
Yeah, good hit, like with his shoulder.
Ross Shepp going 3 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary. 4 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary.
Yeah, gets rid of it quickly here up the middle. Has a man, has a completion in midfield, and into the Raymond territory. This could go all the way. No, brought down at the 25-yard line that time was Elliott Cameron.
Well, this is a case where the safety gets caught. He doesn't get deep enough. You see how he's watching the quarterback. Guy comes in behind him. That is his man coming up the middle of the field there. And he's thankful for his corner coming over and making the tackle. Well executed play by Ross Sheppard.
So a huge gain for the Thunderbirds. Now Dandridge gets by the first man to the 10, the 5, brought down at the 5-yard line was Dandridge this time. Picked up a heck of a little head of steam.
You know, this is where Ross Sheppard has done well today. They run this off tackle, and they just get inside the block of that tackle, and they explode up the field. They're kicking the defensive end out. He's taken wide, and they're able to come up inside of him.
Well, they give again to Dandridge. This time he's brought down as he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And we'll have to take a look. There might have been a little stunt on there with the defense. That was well executed defensive play because the defender freed up very quickly there. It's the nose guard, 56.
Second and goal here.
On 54, they're double A gaps. They've got full pressure coming.
And so Taro to the end zone, broken up and almost picked off on the goal line. As Caro had a good look at that one.
That reminded me of a certain Super Bowl play not many years ago. Basically the same play. They run the slant. The corner jumped inside on it, made the play. Now, the thing that's happening with the quarterbacks here, he's out of that pistol formation. If he'd try to run that ball, they're 8 men up coming hard, and it would have been stuffed. So you want to pass out of that.
There we go, 3rd and goal. They're going for it. Terrell takes a step back, gets rid of it quickly, goes off the hands of his receiver and falls incomplete as Ginther can't haul it in.
The receiver's going to be a little upset, but I got to put a little of this on the quarterback. He throws behind him, and he has to reach back for the ball. That would have been a touchdown because the defender was a good yard deep in the end zone.
So Raymond will take over at their own 5-yard line here.
Now that's a coaching decision made by Coach Bushinsky. Do you go for that or do you get the field goal? You need 10 points anyway.
Yeah.
So decision, they thought they could get it. Didn't work out for them.
Now Ralph, the give to Barnett. And work that left side, makes the first man miss, still on his feet across the 10, pushing forward to about the 12-yard line there.
It's just real hard running. You notice Ross Sheppard's got guys with leverage, but he just keeps the feet moving. Quick jump cut, keeps those legs driving.
Eventually brought down by Cameron, so pick up a 7 on the play. And now Ralph's under center. Quick give again. Barno bounce it outside, has lots of room. The 25, the 30 still on his feet, is hauled down from behind as he's crossing the 35-yard line.
Now, if you watch this part, he sets this himself. You watch how he comes and he ducks inside, then jump steps outside and takes off. The outside contained people that committed inside, and he was able to get outside, get that big yard. Just a very good run by the running back.
Tackle by Colton Cardwell, able to trip him up.
And if you notice, number 80 was blocking really well downfield for him, keeping that corner out of the play.
Here's that tight formation again. Play action this time. Ralph rolling near side. As a man down the sidelines, his bump for the ball got there. There's flags.
And that should have been a flag, but I put a little bit of this on Houston Ralph. He's got to learn to get rid of the ball earlier. His receiver was open a lot earlier. He's got to believe in it, throw it out there, let him be a receiver. He allowed the defensive back to get there. And they're fortunate they got the call. And in this game, unlike the pros, is a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So 1st and 10 now for Raymond at their own 50. Now it's Ralph by himself in the backfield. Good blocking, sets up, looking downfield, gets rid of it, it's almost picked off. Almost picked off that time as Matheson got in front of it.
Here's a case again. Houston Ralph, he's coming out there. He's looking. Well, everybody knows where he's looking. These defensive backs are flying to that ball right now. When he releases the ball, he's got 2 guys right there. What he should have done is run the ball.
Yeah.
And when you get that situation, if you don't let that ball go early, you're going to run out of sideline because your receiver's right on the edge of the line. You have to run the ball in those circumstances.
And there was only one option there, was the one receiver.
Or it could go the other way. You know?
I'll blow this one dead. So it's like procedure here against Raymond. Make it 2nd and 15.
Legal procedure to call against the Comets is 5-yard penalty. And we'll replay the down. Makes it 2nd and 15, ball 45.
We'll see what they dial up here with a 10-0 lead. Lots of motion once again. Ralph takes a look, now puts the ball down, tucks his head and goes. Flag comes out as he's helicoptered around on the hit at the 50-yard line. It's a flag in the defensive backfield.
I think this might be a head-to-head hit, targeting hit. I'm not sure it is. No, he got the forearm in there, but they tend to call these things URs. No, it's holding.
It's holding. I was going to say the flag came out just before the hit.
Yeah, they'll decline it, make it 3rd.
So 3rd and 10 from their 50.
And this is good. I mean, for Ross Sheppard point of view, you want to decline those. You don't want to give them another chance.
They're lining up a field goal here.
Yeah, this will be interesting. I know he's got a leg. I don't think he's got that good a leg. Now they're going to punt it.
Yeah.
You know what they're trying? Onside.
Yeah.
Trying to pooch it. They got a guy onside, all right. But
Ball comes down, though, right into the hands of Elliott Cameron.
You know, I'm wondering if this might not be a punt formation for them. From the point of view, he gets the ball very high. We saw that on his kickoffs. Same thing on the convert. That maybe, just maybe, that they get that ball high and they'll cover it. And that's all they want. If they don't have a punter, that's just using ingenuity.
Yeah. So Ross Sheppard takes over at their 28. That's a Terrell. Quick give up the middle, nothing there though. Andrews brought down right away just as he got back to the line.
Now this is closed very fast. You watch this from on the replay. Again, we might not have a replay on it. But they really got off the corner quick on that.
So give him a half a yard on the carry.
30 look.
Terrell gets it out to the side. Chudy makes the first man miss, still on his feet. Still trying to hop through tackles. Short game, but did move the ball forward a little bit that time to Braden Chudy.
Chudy's got real quick feet. You watch this. He makes the first man miss. There's a tackle. He just keeps his feet going, pops it outside, keeps going, keeps those feet moving. Finally wrapped him up.
Well, beyond to punt this one away. And not a great punt, lands down at the 50, bounces out of bounds about midfield. So good field position here for the Comets.
It's very good field position for the Comets, and I would not be a bit surprised watching what they've done. If you don't see with a short kick like that, they come with a play action type pass right off the bat and try to hit Ross Sheppard quickly. Ross Sheppard is shown to be vulnerable to the deep ball with their zone, and they'll continue to take advantage of it until they stop it.
The Comets from the 53 here.
It's going to be a double pass. And there it is. He's got him
there
open
you go.
again.
He's wide open. Oh, and the ball just can't be quite hauled in. A little bit underthrown.
Little underthrown, and the biggest part of being underthrown is that if you look at it again, throws out there on the lateral, he waits too long to throw the ball. If he hadn't have done that hitch, just let it go, he would have been there, and he'd have the man.
Kind of had to reset to get the throwing motion in. And
That's
left-handed,
right.
he's left-handed, been all right, eh?
That's exactly right. If he just come up and let it go, that's practice, 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 practice. Actually, there's a case where Ross Sheppard got their deep people back pretty good. That's what they got to do.
Timeout here for the Comets. 3:56 to go in the first half. And 10-0. What have you thought so far? Ross Shepp hasn't scored yet. They've been hanging around.
They're hanging around, and you know you've got just about 4 minutes to go in the half, and you're only down 10 points. But anything could happen. One break, and you notice on the one pass that Ralph did, where it was almost picked and gone for 6.
Yep.
And there were actually 2 of those in this half. If those are picked and gone for 6, all of a sudden Ross Shepp would be up by 4 points.
Yep.
So this game is still close. And Raymond does a lot of good things. You saw what they did there. We kind of expected that. We talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time to do something like that. They just didn't execute it as well as they would like to. But give Ross Sheppard credit. They're getting their depth now. Their coaches, their DB coaches have told them, you guys got to maintain your depth. And you can't let anybody deeper than you in the 3 deep in his zone. You can't let anybody deeper than you. Got to play everything in front of you, which they did on that play.
All right, so 2nd and 10 here. Now rolling near side. Ralph gets rid of it. Has East Hope brought down low at the 50, so pick up about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down. And they're going to go for it here.
It's good positioning by number 24 of Ross Sheppard. Just did a real nice job, Ty Poon, getting out there and making the tackle.
Low snap. Now brings it in, gets the way down the sidelines, has a man, it's brought in, and wrestled out of bounds was Everson Harker.
Now if we see this on the replay, you notice they only have 1 receiver out here. The others they block with. They just comes out and it's a jet route. They believe they can beat the corner on this time and time again. They're going to continue to do it. When the corner in that case was Michael Nickelchuk. When you're in that situation, you got to stay with that man right through your zone.
Well, high snap brought down though, and Ralph trying to run this one. He'll be swallowed up though. It's Barnett. Oh, pick up about 1 on the play.
That play was supposed to go straight up the middle, but with a high snap, Barnett feel they had to go outside, and all the blocking was pushing people outside right to where he was going. But again, a very good job by Ross Sheppard's defense, closing on him.
2nd and 8 here from the 9. Now Ralph cuts up, gets by the first wave. Ralph still with it. Flag comes out as he turns the corner. He's brought down short of the marker. We'll see what the flag is.
From that position, I would suspect it's holding. And if it is holding, it's going to come back.
We'll see if they didn't get the first down. They all look like they're going to march it back here. I'll make it 2nd and 18.
Now what they might do is put this ball into the middle for their field goal kicker.
Morales going to drop back.
Do that same pass again.
Yeah, looking down the sidelines again. Reaching out, brought it in. Great catch.
This will be a third and about a yard to go.
As Harker hauled that one in.
This is a wonderful catch and a good job by Houston Ralph here. He lets the ball go down and out, and that's the only place you can put that ball. And I don't know if he planned it that way, but it was perfect. And wonderful catch. The coverage was pretty good on that.
Yeah.
Right down tight.
Yeah, Reese Kerr right on him defensively. So third and a long one here. Barnett in a quarterback. He'll take it, looking to go. He's going to bounce outside. All kinds of room for Barnett. Turns the corner. Touchdown, Raymond. There are no flags.
That was set wide from the get-go. If we see it on the replay, he'll go like he's going inside, then bounce it out. But all the blocking is out there. You got the double team there, then they get it outside. Got the extra man out there. Worked out very well for him. If he could have seen that double team on the end, like they've run that play before, driving the man outside, he would have come up inside.
Anna Morales on for the extra point. And it is good. I'll make it 17-0 now for Raymond.
And now Ross Sheppard has 2 minutes to get something going. Right now, Corey, as you and I have talked about many times doing games, the importance of momentum. And right now, all the momentum has been in Raymond's hands since Ross Sheppard turned the ball over down deep.
Yeah.
And again, not coming up with points there. Coaches might be upset with themselves not going for the field goal. I don't know. But whatever it is, the thing about there, all the momentum is in Raymond's hands, and Ross Sheppard's got to get it back. Will they? They certainly can. They're capable of it. We'll see whether they do or not.
So ready to boot this one away is Morales. It'll be Elliott Cameron on the return. Oh. Lots of room. Up the middle across the 40, still on his feet, just across the 40-yard line. Is Gutierrez Jimenez on the return.
Well, this is a good return, and the biggest part of it is that they're looking at Raymond thinks they've got the ball.
See when it pops out here if it's
Ross Sheppard's ball, I think. Now he turns up.
Oh, it did come out. Definitely
out. Well, that looked like Raymond had it, but there must have been a fight going on down there underneath. Those can be pretty intense.
A 26-yard return, and Ross Sheppard will scrimmage from their 41.
A little less than 2 minutes left to go in this the first half. And Ross Sheppard has to get something going here to get a little bit of momentum going into halftime.
Now Dandridge trying to maneuver his way through the line. He pushes forward just out to the 44-yard line.
I've been impressed with this young running back all year. He runs hard. And there's just that kind of counter lead in there, and he just keeps his feet going. It was well defended by Raymond.
I'll give him 3 on the carry.
Now, the one thing Ross Sheppard can be in a bind in, if they don't get a first down here, this is not a good place to go for it, because if you're stopped with the way Raymond has been playing, they would have the short field to get into field goal range or a touchdown. And I don't think Ross Sheppard would want to do that. So I think if they don't get the first down here, they will punt the ball away.
Timeout on the field here as they get set for a big second down. So Taro And shotgun here. Backstein to block. He gets rid of it quickly. Has a man in Ginther at midfield. It's a first down and more. The 50, the 45, still on his feet to the 40. A couple men in front of him. Has a blocker. The 30.
He's going to score.
The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Ross Sheppard. Great running.
This is what Ross Sheppard is needed in this game. Now they get that momentum going. Now they've got to stop Raymond Comets. Well executed play, and Raymond really came with pressure. And the one thing about Raymond's DBs on that play, they sat on the pass. They let it come in front of them and didn't go to the ball when the ball was in the air. And then the blocking formed up well, and a well-executed play for Ross Sheppard.
And a good cutback there by Ginther to open up that huge lane.
The Raymond Comets defensive back coaches will be on their back. You got to react to that ball. That ball's in the air. You got to be going.
Bobbled snap, they get it down as Williams puts it through. So we talked about getting some momentum before halftime. That was quick.
That was quick, and it was needed. And now their defense has to stop Raymond.
Yep.
Because you into halftime now, down only 10 points, is what we talked about before Raymond scored that last touchdown. This game is really close, and it's just the odd big play that's turned it. You can tell with both these teams, there's not a lot of penalties, and the type of penalties there are understandable. Both teams are very well coached. Lots of discipline.
Very disciplined game. So the Comets set to return.
That's a real good kickoff.
Over the head of Easthope, pushes him back into the end zone and trying to corral that football. He's all the way at the back.
He'll give it up.
And he's going to try to run it out. He is out. There's a flag comes down and brought down about the 5-yard line.
The flag will be holding, I suspect, which will bring the ball back on the 2-yard line, still with 1:22 to go. This is very good for Ross Sheppard, and it puts Raymond in a tough position. That's why sometimes you're better off giving up a point in that situation and getting out.
A 14-yard return to the 5 and then push back, like you said.
Well, it's to the 1.
To the 1.
So that should have been half the distance to the goal. I'm not sure it should be on the 1. Oh, it's a UR. That's why. It's an unnecessary roughness call. And that would take it back to the 1.
All right, so we'll see what Comets can do here. They have a bunch of formation around the quarterback.
See if they spread it out.
And they do. Ralph, lots of time. Flips it near side, has a man to the 5-yard line, or maybe not quite the 5, down to the 4 was Barnett.
It's well defended. You watch this play now. They come out.
Yeah, Reese Kerr able to wrestle him down.
They're calling a timeout here now. And what they want to do, I would suspect, I'm not sure they're going to want to pass the ball here.
So what is your goal here to, I mean, obviously you want to get the first down, but are you thinking more about punting situation or?
I think you can. I think what you want to do, if you're going to punt the ball, you'd probably want to get out to be at least about the 8-9 yard line.
Yep.
And they haven't punted. They've only shown that place kick.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what they have in punting. If it's a normal punting situation, that's what you do. If they don't have a good punter, the situation would probably, no matter what, if they end up with a third down here, give up the safety, kick it off. You still go in, you got an 8-point lead going in to the half. But right now, when we talked about that momentum change, Ross Sheppard got it on that touchdown and is growing with them now to that play.
So 2nd and 7 here. Ralph stands on his goal line. One back in with him. Sheppard shows pressure. Ralph's going to roll near side. On the sidelines has a man, and another flag comes out. It's enough for a first down.
I don't know what the call is here, but that was a wonderful catch and a wonderful pass again by Houston Ralph. He gets out there. He and 80 got some nice chemistry. Nice comeback route. That might be interference. If it is, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Everson Harker again reaches out to grab that one.
He's a nice-looking receiver, isn't he?
Yeah.
He focuses on the ball well. And it looks to me like I say he and Houston have done this quite a few times down here. Oh.
And the ball doesn't need to be on him. You can see he can reach out and grab it. His wingspan is massive. This is coming back though.
A holding on Raymond. This is an interesting situation. Now, do you come back with the same play? What they might do is come with that and do a double move and release him down the field now and just air it out. And then if it's third down, give up the safety.
He's 2nd and 9 from the 2.
The nice thing about going to the short field, it forces your quarterback, of course he's right-handed anyway, he squares up well, and you can get more on the ball than you do going the other way.
Empty backfield here.
Yeah, they're going the other way.
It's Barnett this time. He's down the sidelines looking for Ralph. Excuse me, yeah, it was Ralph there and then incomplete.
Well, there's a case again. A nice job by the corner dropping off number 7 for Ross Sheppard, and that is Holden Matheson. Nice job dropping off. Gets rid and watch him right there. Could have got the pick. I think Ralph might have saved a pick there. Now, I'd suspect what they'll do here, they'll snap the ball to Ralph. He might run around the end zone a little bit and then give up the point. Just a minute to go.
Now he's under center here. Now they're going to back him up. And he will just
give up
take
the
the safety.
That's smart football. Now Raymond will kick off from the 35-yard line. And Ross Sheppard has a chance now to get right back into it. They're into it really good anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly this changed. It felt like Raymond was kind of teetering on running away with it. Now Ross Sheppard right back into it.
Right back into it, and they're really one score away if you use a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
So it's and anything can happen. As we talked earlier, Corey, both these teams are well coached and well disciplined. And you take a look at these holding calls that are called sometimes. Sometimes they're called, sometimes they're not, you know. But the URs, things like that, they're jumping on it right away, and there's been very few of those in the game.
They're set to kick this one away. And it'll be Gutierrez Jimenez from his 21 to the 30. Still on his feet, trying to find a way through the 35. He'll be wrestled down, still on his feet actually, about the 38-yard line by the time he's finally brought down.
It's good position. Morales is pretty consistent where he's kicking the ball. He'd like to get the ball, I think, a little more outside the numbers and a little bit deeper. He got under that ball a fair amount. You saw that real fast rotation on it. And but still, it's good return. You're up the 40. Good field position.
And we got a Thunderbird down. That's number 77, John Gibbons. Down on the field. 51 seconds to go here in the first half.
One thing Raymond will be doing now than they did the last time, they're playing their deeper coverages, but where the problem they had last time was not reacting to the ball in the air. And if they do that again, they could end up having the same thing happen, or Ross Sheppard at least getting into very good field position.
Yeah, so Gibbons is able to get to his knees and now up under his own power, but he needs some help getting off here.
I think they should get a football player out there to help her. There they go. Get the players out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Not putting anything on that left foot. So T-Birds.
You don't want to lose these guys.
No.
It's not the time of the year to have this type of thing happen. I know it's a final game, but
there we go. Get him off the field. Hopefully he's all right.
those boys had their weight training there. It's a lot of weight to be carrying out there. So here we go again. 4 receivers set. 1 running back in the backfield. Isolate on this side, which they did the last time.
And so Terrell barks out the signals. Drop back. He's going to air it out here over the middle, and it's broken up. Ginther wants a flag.
He can want it all he wants. Basically, this is real good coverage. They're with him right where he should be. There's a zone deep, corner drops off, safety comes over. That's where they should be. Again, this is the one thing with instead of that deep ball coming in, they're so deep in the coverage. If you come in that underneath in the middle, you've got a chance to do something.
Yeah, and I mean, Houston Ralph was playing center field there. It looked like he was just going to step underneath it. Now handoff to Dandridge. Push it forward to about the 44-yard line.
Now what they're going to do, Ross Sheppard will take the full 20 seconds, maybe even take a delay of game penalty, and then punt the ball. Personally, I would take the delay of game penalty, take the full 20 seconds off, and punt it away. The one thing they've got, which you normally don't have in high school, is you have a shot clock here.
Yeah.
And or not a shot clock, but a time clock. But they're not using it by the looks of it.
Oh, I think they called timeout here right at the end.
Yeah.
So we'll take it down to the 20-second mark and punt this one away.
I know they're thinking, well, we won't use a timeout. I'd take 5 yards.
Yeah.
Keep the timeout. Personally, that's just me. You never know what can happen here, because if you punt the ball and they fumble it, you recover it, all of a sudden you got no timeouts.
Yeah.
This would be their second timeout of the half.
All right, so Thomas Hope on to punt this one away. The officials get set. Flag comes down well away from play as Hope gets a high punt. Bounces down at the 40. And he's took nowhere to go, wrestled down right away when he picked up that football. Coverage downfield.
Real good coverage. Nice punt, got it high, got some hang on it. And they let it drop in front of him. Personally, I don't like to see receivers do this. But I'm wondering if there's too many. Raymond had I think Raymond might have had an illegal substitution. If they do, it's Ross Sheppard's ball.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yes, it is. It's
the
illegal substitution. So it'll be Ross Sheppard's ball, and they got 10 seconds left.
That timeout will come in handy now.
That timeout would come in handy. That's right. But again, you know, it's a funny thing. The longer I'm in this game, the longer I coach, more valuable those timeouts become. You just don't like giving them up.
All right, so T-Birds take over here right at midfield. Man, Soltero in shotgun. Drop back. High pass, almost broken up, and not sure that was intended for Chuddy or for Ginther there. Right in between them.
It did. I'm not positive on that, but really well defended by the defensive back on this, coming right through the receiver. That's how you got to play it.
Yeah, it looked like it was going with Tristan Ginther, but Braden Juddy jumped up, tried to grab it as well. Well, 5 seconds left here.
Raymond playing their safety very deep. They're bringing their corners up tight. Whether this cover 1 or it's going to be cover 3.
And he was down that far sideline. Oh, just broken up at the end as Juddy couldn't bring it in.
Now, here's the thing for young defensive backs to learn from. This is a mistake by the corner. Now, I think they might flag him for interference. But the thing is, he turned and looked back.
Yep.
And the receiver got separation. When a man comes into your deep zone, you got a man, that's it, and you got to focus on the man.
They are going to call pass interference.
Yeah, so it's 15-yard penalty, and it'll be 1 play left.
From
now, are they going to go for a field goal, or are you going to run a play?
Looks like they're going to run a play here.
I would think that would make sense. No, they're going for a field goal.
They're lining up a field goal here.
Now, the thing here, if you get the ball up in this park, the way the wind's blowing, it swirls down there. You aim between the posts, it might not go between the posts. It's really an interesting thing in this stadium. And I'm not sure which way the wind is swirling down. Well, it got blocked.
Blocked anyway, low snap.
Deflected,
and Hope,
they just get on the ball.
Yeah, Hope's kick blocked to the line of scrimmage off a low snap. And Barnett trying to turn the corner and does. Up the sideline, still in bounds. Has some room, has some blockers to midfield, and now brought down at the 50-yard line. And Elliott Cameron able to track him down. But pretty decent, pretty entertaining first half, John. We've seen a lot of different things, a lot of formations, a lot of little trickery here and there. Blocked field goal, a 70-yard field goal lined up for. We've seen all kinds of things.
We've seen it all. One of the interesting things here is you take a look at this, and here's a young man busting his butt. Barnett, he's played well all game. And Sheppard just also makes the tackle. But the biggest thing with this, the hardest thing for these teams, who's got momentum now?
Yeah.
You know, right now they're almost back to where they started the game, which is great for us and great for them.
So it's 17-9 Raymond at the half. We'll be back with second half action. Stay tuned, going to be a good one. I want to thank the Alberta Schools Athletics Association. Wishes to thank its many sponsors and suppliers who help make this event a reality. Platinum sponsors Subway and Alberta Milk. Also Morjex Insurance, Ryacom Print and Design, Wilson, Elite Promotional Marketing, Driving Force, Deerfoot Inn and Casino, and Marmot Basin. We'll be back with the second half. Corey Graham, John Belmont. It's an IC Live Procast.
Josh narrow edge to Ross Sheppard, 79 yards to the Comets 77. The passing department, Comets 203 yards, Ross Sheppard 147. Total offense, 173 for Raymond, 119 for Ross Sheppard. Comets utilized in the first half 8 runs for 61 yards, Ross Sheppard 1 flag for 15 yards. Time of possession in favor of the Comets, 13:36 to Ross Sheppard at 10:04. Individually, Connor Dandridge for the Thunderbirds with 12 carries for 68 yards. Brock Barnett on the Comets side of the football had 9 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. In the passing department, Oscar Carroll was 5 of 11 for 147 yards and a touchdown. And for the Comets, Houston Ralph, 6 of 8 for 110 yards. Brock Barnett, 3 of 5 for 93 yards and a touchdown. In the receiving department, Tristan Ginsler had 2 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown, and Elliott Cameron had 2 catches for 71 yards. For the Comets, Houston Ralph had 53 yards. Luca Caro had 2 catches for 48 yards. Markham had 4 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. And those are your halftime stats.
All right, just about ready to get this one going here once again for the second half. Corey Graham alongside John Belmont, and Raymond's ready to kick it off. And here we go. Darius Jimenez from his 8-yard line. Across the 15, makes one man miss out to about the 20-yard line before he's brought down.
Now this is a deeper kick than we've seen previously, and got down about the 5-yard line. Made a difference. They only got out to the 20, where Ross Sheppard has been getting out to the 40. And that might have something to do with their coaches firing them up at halftime. There's a long way to go in this game.
All right, so we'll see what Ross Sheppard can do here. Trailing 17-9. And the give to Dandridge up the middle, has all kinds of room across the 35 to the 40, still on his feet, and brought down to the 45-yard line. Good burst and a great pickup here.
Excellent running. Again, you watch this. They've run this play a lot. It's just a lead play. He reads the cut. Barnett misses the tackle, and he's off to the races. Big gain.
A 24-yard pickup. Out of the play at 45. Dandridge cuts back, and this time he's brought down just behind the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go that time.
Little different this way. He had to cut back, and he's going flat on the line. And Barnett is one of the ones. He makes the tackle. Excellent tackle.
Yeah, good tackle. Hunter Heggie there as well.
Uh-oh, the Ross Sheppard Don't want to see this where you get Dandridge, your top running back, is hurting. Now, you get tackled by the legs, which is with him, you want to tackle him low because he'll carry you. He doesn't look like a big guy, but he does carry people. And sometimes you getting tackled on an artificial turf, if your foot gets stuck in the turf, it can be a lot of pain.
You look at it, he had 68 yards on the ground in the first half.
He had 15 to that off the previous play, right?
Yeah.
So, well, he's limping a little. This is not good for Sheppard.
Oh, we'll see what Shep can do here. It's 2nd and 11. And they line up Ian Gutierrez Jimenez in the backfield. And he'll get the carry. No, it's going to be a keeper. Run here for Sotero. Across the 50. Into Raymond territory. He's brought down across the 40-yard line. Wrestled out of bounds.
Really well executed play. You watch here, and you got the guard and tackle coming across. The running back goes backside, then he just takes off, reads it, and goes. And some very good blocking out there. The receivers we've seen today have done a nice job. Tristan Gethru, who scored the touchdown for Sheppard, made a good block downfield.
And now Gutierrez Jimenez with a burst up the middle, still on his feet across the 20, and brought down about the 19-yard line.
Now you're seeing it, he's got a little more speed, and he just hits that quick, and you got to tackle him clean. Offensive line, good job getting to second levels.
Max Greep with the tackle. And good ball once again. Gutierrez Jimenez across the 15, down about the 12-yard line.
And they're getting 5-6 yards a pop, which is really good. Nice double team there, good hard blocking.
Well, 2nd and 5 here. And this time it'll be a quarterback keeper once again. Soltero on his feet.
Touchdown.
Is the other corner. Touchdown! Ross Sheppard.
Looks like he worked that like a zone read, similar to the play before. Here comes the back across. Well, he just didn't read it. He went. Excellent touchdown.
Nice blocking with Chris Sherwater in front of him. That's the start they needed here. And they're going to go for the tie. Darrow drops back, guns it towards the end zone. There's contact, there was a flag.
And that's the right call. Definitely the defensive back was there early. That's number 14. Luca Caro. Yeah. And just got there early. So now it'll go to the 1-yard line. Well, it might be half the distance, so it would make it 2.5.
Long discussion here. We're going to put the football down.
Well, whether they're going to go for the 1 or the 2 now that they're in, I would think if you went for the 2 from 5, you're going to go from the 2 here.
Okay, they got it organized here. And they will move it to the 1.
Yeah, the reason for that is, again, instead of half the distance, pass interference in the end zone. So they'll move it, try to quarterback sneak it. The straight power here.
And that's what they do.
He's in.
He's in. So that'll tie the ball game at 17.
And again, we talked about the end of the first half, how momentum had changed. Ross Sheppard takes the momentum another step. And now it's going to be up to Raymond to answer.
So you lose your running back on the second play of the half, and then able to push it downfield right away, most of it on the ground.
And it tells you a lot about the offensive line of Ross Sheppard. They're getting up to second levels, they're double teaming well, and they're moving their feet constantly. They've done that all year. Their offensive line and defensive lines have both played well.
Now we'll see what Raymond can do here.
Now it's interesting, you look at Raymond's kickoff return unit. Their wide people are basically 15 yards off the ball. If Ross Sheppard was going to go for a short kick, this is where you do it. Is in this area. That's a good high kick, dropping it in a hole. It's good position.
It's going to roll out of bounds. So
it'll now come out at the 40-yard line. First down on the 40. That he didn't want to do.
No.
But it's good for Raymond. They got a nice field position.
So
we'll see how that varied offense of theirs goes to work.
They're fun to watch, their offense. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
That's for sure.
It's time to be Ralph under center. And they give up the middle. Barnett, not much there, trying to push that pile forward. Brought down, maybe a pickup of 2.
Really good job if we get it on the replay. Ross Sheppard's defensive line really gets off the ball on this. And they just stack things up.
They're going to call it 2nd and 7. And again, Ralph under center. Fake pitch, and now he's going to turn and try to gain it himself, and he does. Nice pick up here to midfield, and he rumbles down to about the 52-yard line.
We haven't seen that type of quarterback draw today. That's the first time. He fakes a toss. They exit a good double team there, and he pops right up the hole. Really well executed play. And Ross Sheppard's doing such a good job pressing that they opened the seams up themselves off that double team. So just good, solid offensive play call.
Now 1st and 10 from the 52. There's a little shovel ahead, and some room here for Caro as he turns the corner of the 40-35, and he's hit hard. The ball falls out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
That's happened before with Raymond, get hit right on the sideline and knock the ball out, but they did a nice job picking the hole there. Good blocking downfield. And again, pretty good pop. Ross Sheppard will hit you. They like to hit.
Colton Cardwell delivered that one. Now the 32-yard line here for the Comets. And Ralph's going to run this way. It's about the 25, and then he's forced out of bounds by Poon.
About a yard, 2 yards short, I think. Again, well-executed play. And he's just going all the way. They got all those blockers out there. Harker blocks the edge. Doesn't blast anybody too hard. He just keeps popping in there and screens the man off, forces him to belly. It's just good football.
Well, 2nd and 2 from the 24. Ralph this time to give Barnett. Can't quite hop through the line. Good job there by Ross Sheppard to close that hole.
He does not have it either. Where they're putting it, I don't know if he might not have lost yardage. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. A player that I've been interested in this game, he plays the field defensive end for the Thunderbirds. Number 21, Wesley Johnson McDuff. He is really playing that well. Tall, lanky young man, but he maintains position on the line of scrimmage. He doesn't get upfield too far, and he's hard to block.
As Aiden Dudley is getting helped off the field.
And he's the man who made the tackle on that player. It's a first down.
Yep. So 3rd and 2 from the 24. They can leave the offense in. Oh, maybe not. No, yeah, they're leaving the offense in. Excuse me.
I would be a bit surprised if on this that Houston Ralph keeps it himself. Goes around the edge.
Keston Henry's a deep man behind him. He'll get the toss.
Coming on the edge.
And he's going around the edge and has the first down at the 15. I'll try to cut back. It's Barnett, excuse me, that's trying to find his way through the tacklers down about the 11-yard line.
It's a nice balance with their backs with Raymond. Barnett, Ralph, they all run well. They all block well, too. You notice number 2 down there maintaining his block right through the end of the play. And that's East Hope, Pike and East Hope. Just really nice job of blocking.
Just outside the 10-yard line. Ralph, that little pitch forward for Caro is going to turn to the 5, pushing his way forward. And is he in? Touchdown, Raymond. Caro just able to push himself across the goal line.
I think we see it here. He just might reach the ball across the goal line, Corey. Looked like he might have done that. Let's have a look at it. Well-executed play, cuts well, gets upfield. Again, look at the blocking downfield. Now watch, does he reach it? Yeah, no, he didn't. He just got in. That was his free arm he put across the line. He's supposed to hold the ball in that and he put it across.
So good answer here for the Comets after Shep ties it. And they go back in front by 7.
This has been a real good football game to watch. You're seeing good play, both offensively and defensively, both teams. And when a team makes a mistake, the other team takes advantage of it.
Yeah, and like you said, you talk a lot about momentum, but seemingly all Ross Sheppard, that was a big, important score.
It was an important drive and score is right. And now we'll see again. Does Ross Sheppard answer? The way that first half went, it didn't seem like they were going to, and then they did toward the end of the half. Then took the lead early here, and then Raymond comes back to answer. So Ross Sheppard is certainly capable of coming back and driving the field.
And it'll come down for Gutierrez Jimenez. The 12-yard line. He's crossed the 20, the 25, stays inbounds. And maybe up to about the 28 before he's forced down.
This was a better kick by Morales from the point of view. He put it out between the numbers and the sideline. There's only a certain way that you can go with this now. And usually what Ross Sheppard does is the best thing, get up the field and get what you can. The contained man does a good job staying outside, and they fill him in. You keep him inside the 35, you're doing pretty well.
There's Braxton Copeters in on the tackle. Well, 1st and 10 for the 29.
Raymond in their 40 look now.
And there's the give. So it's about the 34-yard line.
Dandridge is back in the game, so leg must be all right.
Well, 2nd and 5. Dandridge gets it again and runs right to the pile this time.
He got it from both outsides and also in the middle. That had to hurt. He's a little slow getting up.
And Bentley Francis got there.
11.
Yeah.
And 66 just came flying, and there are 56, I think it is. Good job. Very, very good defense.
Well, the Thunderbirds will punt this one away. High snap. Job of getting that ball down, and not a great punt, though. It's going to bounce down just across midfield. And fielded there by East Hope, trying to cut back, and just runs into a wall of blue. Ball comes out late, though. I think Raymond got back on top of it.
They're saying it came out early. I don't know if he was down or not. We'll have to wait and see what they're saying. No yards.
Yeah, Barnett jumped on it.
I don't see it come out, but you know, Barnett's all over the field, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether it's on defense or offense, he's playing hard.
Yeah, special teams, he's out there all the game. Well, 1st and 10 Comets from the Rochep 51. Barnett takes the snap in motion. Gonna run forward, a late flag comes out. He gets down about the 45.
I think that'll be a horse collar tackle. Looked to me like he got tackled high. We'll see. Just the reach with him. Yeah, oh, face mask.
Ah, there you go.
He's on the mask, so it's either the mask or a horse collar, whichever they call. It's a 15-yard penalty.
In his face mask.
And that's just not getting your body to where you can make the tackle, reaching, grabbing. And these running backs are taught. They get low, and you reach you can easily grab the face mask.
Well, now to the 30-yard line. Ralph's under center. Toss. We might see another throw here. We do as Barnett goes deep, has a man in Caro. Touchdown, Raymond. Wide open.
They've run that play now twice for touchdowns, and they've run it 3 or 4 times in the game. But you know right from the start he's looking to pass. You see it right off the bat. And I would have thought there that Ross Sheppard defensive backs would have been flying back there, but the receiver was already by him. So they ran the double out, and guys jumped the out instead of taking care of their deep third responsibility.
On for the extra point here is Morales. And he'll put it through. And you start the half, John, you get the game tied. Now you've given up back-to-back touchdowns.
Back-to-back touchdowns, and all of a sudden now that momentum is all in Raymond's corner again. So now can Ross Sheppard come back and drive the field? Their competitiveness has been there all year. So I personally believe they can, but Raymond's defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
So they've got, I think, the weakness of Raymond's defense are those crossing routes in the middle. They play their safety very deep, and they should be able to get some deep curls or crossers in there, but they've got to go to them. And I'm not sure that they've shown that they will go to those.
A little dribble kick here, onside attempts.
They've got it.
And they got it.
And the funny thing about that is they played it well, and what Ross Shepp did not do well on this. And you watch it. Ross Shepp backs off the ball. They should have attacked the ball. You know?
Caught them completely off guard.
Yeah.
Hey?
And so, and see, it would have been illegal if Raymond had come down and blocked a Ross Shepp player. That would have been illegal interference. But they didn't. Return guys can block right away, and they should have got up there, got after it, and let their other guys get the ball. But they just sat there and waited. So again, Raymond doing something different.
It was William Shipley that ended up with the football. Raymond trying to cash in here. Barnett takes a high snap and just right straight forward, has the first down and more, still going. Across the 40 down near the 36-yard line.
Keeps his pad level low. It's well blocked up front. He knows, really controls the ball well. Well executed play. It looks to me like Ross Sheppard's defensive line is getting a little tired. The last 2 drives, they've been on the field a lot.
Colton Cardwell down now. He's going to hop off here. Raymond leading 31-17. Right back in striking distance. And the Thunderbird 36. That little push forward. Barnett's going to throw again. Has a man deep. Good coverage, though. Reaching back. And it's picked off.
I kind of felt that would happen. You throw it across the body. Ross Sheppard's corner got back there at depth. We'll have to see who it is. But is that number 4?
Holden Matheson, number 7.
Matheson,
maybe.
He's played well, pretty well all game, but he gets good depth, perfect position, gets the pick. And that's a hard pass to throw. Because you're going back against your body. If you haven't beat the man clean, there's a good chance that ball's going to hang.
So I'll see if the Thunderbirds can get back in this one now.
Well, they got a chance. They got the turnover. Now can they get yards? They got to get some first downs.
As Terrell backs up, guns it over the middle for Ginther, just out of his reach. Able to knock that one down and avoid a pick as East Hope was there.
I've noticed something, and then in this, when the Ross Sheppard's pass the ball, they haven't done a lot in this quarter. But when they have, the DBs of Raymond are closing quicker. And that's, we talked about it earlier, that cost them in the first half. And they've got to do that.
Now play action fakes. Terrell's going to take it himself. And brought down short of the marker.
He's quite a bit short, probably 3 yards. They're going to have to punt this. Good tackle.
Yeah, got it out to the 15, so it's 3rd and 3. Well, Comets get good field position here once again. Williams' punt. It's going to come down about the 44-yard line. It's grabbed there by East Hope. Not much room to maneuver, though. Gets inside the 40, though.
Nice job by East Hope attacking the punt, taking it right off the butt of his own blockers. You watch him, a shorter punt, but he attacks it hard, comes up, gets what he can. Nice job by 89, maintaining contain, not allowing him up the field. Good play all around. And again, the young man has impressed me. Wesley Johnson McDuff makes the tackle out there. Good hard tackle. He's hard working. A good defensive end.
Another toss here. Caro going to be able to turn the corner to the 30, down to the 25, and up for a first down. Brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And again, Ed, here we talk about, the importance of blocking. Look at this block by number 6. And that's how you got to play the game. And he's doing it all. He's running the ball. He's throwing the ball. He's lead blocking and playing well on defense.
So down to the 23 now, Comets. Houston Ralph under center. Pitch back to Barnett again, this time to his left. He's got the football in his left hand, so he's not throwing. He's going to turn up field. And down to about the 10, maybe inside the 10 now.
We see this on the replay. Nice little head fake inside, then breaks outside. He's done this before in the game that we've seen. Real nice job helping set the block. See how close he is there, and he pops outside. Now he just lowers and goes. Head fake there. Good hard running. Now you said that because he's going to his left, he's not going to throw. From what I've seen of him, maybe he can throw left-handed real well too.
He could throw left-handed. That's a good point. It's a good point.
You never know.
Gets it again. This time right side, and Barnett brought down about the 2.
I think Barnett made a little mistake there. You watch you watch where he goes to straight arm. Watch right here. It goes to straight arm. He slows down.
Yeah.
If he'd have ripped underneath and just turned up and gone, he probably would have scored. But that's inexperience. He's played so well in this game with all the things he's done. You can't look at that and say it's a bad play. Well blocked again by Raymond. And Ross Sheppard defensive front is getting tired. You can see it out there.
And not much there this time, down near the goal line, but
Oh, he's right to the goal line. Did not get in, so it'll come to the 1, and that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so that'll be the end of 3 quarters. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Comets as they switch sides here. The Alberta Schools Athletic Association wishes to thank its many sponsors and suppliers who help make this event a reality. Platinum level sponsors Subway and Alberta Milk. Also like to thank other sponsors, Morjex Insurance, Rayacom Print and Design, Wilson, Elite Promotional Marketing, Driving Force, Deerfoot Inn and Casino, and Marmot Basin. So the Comets, 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to make this a 21-point ball game.
5-4-9. That's 6-9, 8-9, 5-4-9. If you're holding that ticket, bring it up to the media center, and you're going to be.
Even if you don't make this, Corey, you're in a position where you've got them first down from the 1-yard line. So it's this is high percentage football.
And Ralph's going to go under center here. And just pushes straight forward. And he has a touchdown, Raymond.
Real nice job. Offensive line got under the pad levels of the defensive line of Ross Sheppard. But you watch it just there. And the nose guard popped the gap. But what happened was that Houston went right behind his center, was right on his tail, and he wasn't able to get him. And that's the importance of going low.
Morales on for the extra point. And it is good. So that'll make it a 38-17 ball game here.
5 plays, 37 yards, touchdown.
A 37-yard drive. Sorry, John.
Tremendous. You better believe it now. Ross Sheppard has to answer, and what's going to be important here is get a return.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of good field position, allow the offense to move.
All of a sudden that clock becomes an enemy here too.
Well, this is the thing with Ross Sheppard. Now they've scored or close to scored a 1 touchdown pass they've got. And the biggest thing about them is that they can throw the ball, but their best part of their game is play action of running the ball. So now Raymond's pretty knowledgeable. They've got to come up and throw the ball. So they might run their defense a little bit different.
Now they spread it out for the traditional kick. And Gutierrez Jimenez takes it from his 5. Across the 10 to the 15. Goes up the sidelines to 20, 25 to the 30. Still going 35. And then he's forced out of bounds about the 37-yard line.
If we see this on the replay, the contained man, you see him come down from the end zone shot, and he's either going to get blocked out or he gets knocked out of bounds. He's blocked out of bounds there. He can come back in, but he never got down to the contained level because he was blocked out early.
60-yard cover out.
Good return for Ross Sheppard. This is what they've needed.
Morales, the kicker, made the tackle, so Ross Sheppard takes over the 36. Taro is going to see what he can get on his own and maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Now there's a case where, if you notice, the Raymond Comets go into their 4-man front, and then they have Barnett just play that free linebacker. Free him up, and they close it pretty quick from the line to the linebacker.
So Taro drops back. Find a man over the middle. It's picked off. Barnett, the 40, eludes a tackler to the 35. Barnett now in wrestle. He's carrying a tackler all the way down to the 30-yard line. Brock Barnett once again.
Brock Barnett is having a tremendous game, and here they drop him off. Deep zone. And you see the people even behind him. Perfect position. And this is what I was talking about, changing up your defense a little bit. And that second long, so you know they got to pass.
Yep.
So you're going to play that. this is where things can get out of hand. If Raymond is able, remember, Ross Sheppard's defense is tired. They've been on the field a long time. And if they can keep running the ball here.
Play fake and straight forward for Ralph. He's tackled hard, just shy of the first down marker.
Again, that quarterback draw, fake the toss, pull, in they come. Well blocked by the center, and number 68 for Ross Shepp got blown outside, opened the hole.
Didn't look like there was anybody there for that fake toss. He was just tossing it to no one.
Yeah, it's just the fake action that works, makes things go.
Now flag as he gives it to Barnett. Cut back, has first down yardage.
Now the big thing about this is if you look at, this is just basic football. It's our lead, but he pops outside. He knows he only has to get a couple of yards. Now, who was offside? Was Ross Sheppard offside? Oh, it's
against Raymond here.
Now, if I'm Ross Sheppard, I'm going to be watching that pitch pass, some type of play action type thing, because for Raymond right now, it's not bad for them just to run the ball, kick a field goal. Keep the clock running.
There's that little forward flip, and not a lot there this time, though, as Caro tried to pick his way through.
He's about 1 yard to 2 yards short of the first down. They'll go for it, I think.
Yeah.
This is in their DNA. 2 yards. They're calling a timeout.
I have a player down here.
Player down.
Yeah.
Cramping by the looks of it.
Not sure if it's Caro who had the ball.
Now, sometimes these players, you get in a game like this, they don't think they have to drink water. And you have to hydrate. And you might get a dry mouth, but instead of drinking water, you take a sip just to wet your mouth. But you can cramp up fairly easy.
Yeah, he's trying to stretch it out here as he trots off.
He's another good football player.
Yeah.
He's done well today.
So 3rd and 2. This time Ralph's under center. Toss back for Barnett. Blockers in front. Waits for his hole. Puts a shoulder down, pushes forward, and up for the first down. That's
well blocked. His offensive linemen are out front of him and driving people back. You watch that tackle and guard pull and watch him turn up. Just blows them out. 56 was a two-way player, as is 54. And you notice they're not getting tired? That's how they practice.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, well, if you're two ways, you're going to get tired in the game. Well, if you're trained well enough, you'll get tired, but you fight through it. And we've seen kids playing two ways, high school, time immemorial. And I don't see it changing soon, especially in these smaller schools.
It's timeout here by the Comets, and well, I don't know how you pull Barnett off the field at any point. He's been so good in all three facets.
He really has, and I'll guarantee you there's schools looking at him, there's junior teams looking at him, as there will be at Harker, as there will be with Houston Ralph. I don't think they'd be looking at Houston Ralph as a quarterback. As a matter of fact, when Brett Ralph quarterbacked that 99 championship team, he was recruited to the University of Wyoming. And they didn't want to use him either DB or as a receiver. And Tommy Wilkins, who had played at Wyoming, called him, you got to look at this kid as a quarterback. He's a good quarterback. And they didn't want him as that. But he went down also for baseball, and then they dropped their baseball program. And Brett ended up coming back up. But he was a tremendous baseball player, football player. And you see this in Houston. Again, I know he's a relative. I don't know how close a relative. But you see that Ralph burst, the speed these guys have, and the love of the game.
Now Barnett in at quarterback here. Takes a snap, rolling to his left. Up in the corner of the end zone, looking for Ralph, and he just can't bring it in.
He dropped the ball. That ball was there.
Lost his belt and his ball.
Well, we did learn one thing. He doesn't throw left-handed.
No, he doesn't. To turn around and get that one off.
No, that's right.
Well, 2nd and 10 here now is.
So that's a good time to do that, though. First down, now they're expecting pass. You come with a run. If it's 3rd and short, you're going to go for it. And again, the defensive front is tired of Sheppard. They played hard. They've been on the field a lot.
And there's a running play this time, and some room around there. A short pickup for Ralph.
Yeah, I think they'll go for this. Well, they might kick a field goal. Morales, we know, can kick. They're going to go. They're going to keep the clock running.
Yeah, looks like it.
Barnett, I think, a little upset with himself missing a block on that last one. The guys slipped by him. And the guy you want to double team out here is the field end, number 21, McDuff. He took an inside. So they're going to throw.
There's a pitch and pass. And touchdown again, Raymond. East Hope able to bring that one in. Has seen that play a few times here today, John. It's working continuously.
And it's usually gone deep, but this they drop the out. On these plays, you notice usually you'll have a very shallow man, a man in the middle on the out, and then a deep route. And in this case, you see the deep route, and then the intermediate man is the one who caught the touchdown. And number 80, Harker, I think he was a little out of position. He's a little deeper than he should have been. But it worked.
And Morales on for the extra point. And they get it through the uprights and good to make it 45, now 17. And Raymond's really just kind of put the foot down here now.
They have, and it's clock running time. And you're starting to see the Sheppard defensive linemen, when the play is over, they're walking to their positions. There's no hustle. They're tired.
Yep.
And Raymond has driven the field how many times in this half? You know, it's tough when you're on the field all the time.
You got to a couple drives ago, that onside kick call. Like, you're up by 2 touchdowns. You seem to have all the momentum. What a time to really kind of put your foot on their throat,
You know, it really is. I give credit to the coaches, Connor Ralph, the head coach there, and his coaching staff, that they will do those things. They believe in their kids. But the execution of it, they attacked, they did it the right way, and it was only a yard over. So it was perfectly timed.
It was Gutierrez Jimenez across the 20, the 25, trying to pick his way about the 27-yard line. Again,
a pretty good kickoff. I like this Jimenez as a return man. But if you look at it, it's a fairly good hang time, but he doesn't get it as wide as he would have liked to have. So now he gets a little more of a return. Instead of the 24-25, he's up about the 28 to 30.
Braxton Copeters in the tackle.
And if you notice, of course, he's been playing safety pretty well all game, is Houston Ralph. You notice the depth he's playing?
Yeah.
20 yards.
Very deep.
You doggone right. We're going to give you guys stuff. And he's done that all game. They've given them stuff in the middle, but they're not going to give him that deep ball. And he's got such good speed. If you could throw a seam route either side of him, he'll be able to be in position to get to it.
Yeah, kind of just playing center field.
Exactly right.
Now back to pass. Near side completion across the 30, 35, close to a first down for Shearwater.
I think he's got the first down, depending on where they're.
Oh, it's going to be close.
It is close. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
Nice, well-executed play. Now, there's a case where the DB went inside. If he had played outside leverage, they probably wouldn't have got it.
So Sotero back, far side of the field, a couple men there. His completion to Ginther, and he's tackled just across the 40-yard line, short gain.
Very tight coverage there. They had a blitz coming. They got pressure on the quarterback. You watch this, 4 or 5 men coming. The receiver who was supposed to block the corner didn't get it done, and who was that man? Oh, yeah, Brock somebody. Brock Barnett.
There draws back pressure coming. Nice adjustment there by Easthope to knock that one away.
Again, I think in this case, Easthope played that very well. And you watch it, had to throw off his back foot, very good coverage.
Yeah, it's jumped in front of Elliott Cameron there. Bring up 3rd and 7, and they're going to boot this one away. Punt's going to bounce down at 40-yard line. Grab there, and good coverage on it. Not much room forward there for Barnett.
Very good coverage, and what helps the coverage out is when you let the ball drop on the ground. But this is more of a line drive.
Yeah.
Those are really hard to judge. And I suspect their coaches, if the ball is like that, let it bounce, make your play off of that, and we'll play it from there. With their offense, they don't need the big returns. You know, they just do it with offense.
Well, 42-yard lines. We'll start this drive with 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And Ralph under center. And the give to Barnett up the middle, and he's trying to turn a few yards forward here.
Again, lowered his shoulder and just kept the legs driving.
Take a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8 here. Nice snap. Ralph takes it, rolls to his right. Flag comes out. Pump fakes, and now gets it himself and forced out of bounds after first down yardage. Who the flag is.
I expect it'll be an offside or a procedure, one of the two.
Looks like they're going to force him back, so procedure.
Sometimes a receiver gets moving early, you know, and gets into that zone. Half the time they don't call it when they do. It's really bad at pro.
Yeah.
But at this level, it's called a lot more. I think the thing is, we as coaches, we look at just be consistent in the calls so we know what's going on, the players know what's going on.
That'll make it 2nd and 13 here for the Comets. Toss to Barnett. Here's that pass look again. No, he's going to tuck and go. Not going to be enough, though, for the first down. Gets it across the 45, out to about the 47-yard line.
Again, I will not be surprised if they don't throw for this. So he was looking at it. He didn't. His deep man didn't clear quick enough, and he just ran.
A 3rd and 5 here.
I would not be a bit surprised to see that toss action, quarterback keep with extra blockers coming outside and just go. And Ross Shepp's got to play it this way. We'll see.
And there it is. Looks like he wants to keep it, but Ross Shepp, good job closing that one down. They'll take over on downs here.
They're looking to run a little option to the boundary that time, and they played it pretty well, so Ralph couldn't get the pitch. And you watch this, there goes his outside man, and they lost the block on that, had nobody where to go outside with it. So really good play by Ross Sheppard. Now they're in good field position. Let's see if they can get in the end zone.
So they'll take over at the Raymond 45 here. Soltero drops back, has some time. Yeah, just one hops it though.
Felt pressure and threw out right off the back foot. Kind of aimed the ball instead of passing the ball. When that happens, you usually get this.
That brings up 2nd and 10.
I'm going to be interested to see what Raymond does here. 3, 4 receivers out here.
Comes the pressure.
Running the ball.
Dandridge, and he's brought down. Good tackle. That time, Keston Henry brought him down. Gain of about 4 on the play. Call it 3, 3rd and 7 now.
So you know they're going for it. So I would not be a bit surprised here if you see a cover 0 with a blitz.
Okay.
And we'll have to look if Houston Ralph is not deep, he'll be playing a receiver man, and they'll be blitzing extra people. That's the thing we have to look at. The other way they can play it is play it soft, like they have, and say, okay, there's only 240 left. We'll wait to play tight coverage down deep. We'll play a little softer here. I got a feeling they're going to come with it. Their program is aggressive. It's how they like to do things.
Yeah, and you see Houston Ralph right up.
Yeah, this is cover 0. This is what we're seeing.
Now they drop off. Otero back, trying to find a man. High pass flight comes out, but.
Now this to me should be a hold against Rod. They'll decline it.
Yep.
They will decline it. Holding all the way. They did a nice job disguising that blitz with man and then dropped out. That's what we would call a cover 0 disguise. And you go into cover 3. Or it might have been cover 1, but it was really well done by Raymond.
So the Comets take over, 2:35 to go in the 4th. Full backfield look here. Now they spread them out. And Ralph under pressure, gets rid of it. He's still be able to jump up and grab it. Nice catch in traffic, just short of the 1st down.
That is a wonderful catch. He threw it right in the teeth of the coverage. That's either a lot of faith in your receiver, or I think that's what it is. He just got all the faith in the world in his receivers.
Yeah, 2 receivers in the area there as well.
Yeah.
He's to open. Keston Henry coming across. Well, 2nd and short here. Now an empty backfield.
Barnett at quarterback.
Barnett guns it downfield. Has a man, just overthrew him. Just out of the reach of Harker.
But you know, think about it. That's a call you should expect.
Yeah.
You got 2nd and a half a yard to go. Now it's 3rd and a half. Now they're just going to run the ball, right? And no, that's and it. Nice job by Ross Sheppard being there. Their coverage is good.
So 3rd and inches here. And rough right under center. He's going to step back, stumble, and he's going to be taken down. Not happy with that one.
Well, there's a case they were expecting something. Everybody's expecting something different. To me, if you look at the front here, they should just run quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
He would have been fine. He'd have had it easy. But it looked to me like they're going to run a lead of some kind, and I don't know if he turned the wrong way or whatever. Anyway, for Ross Sheppard, it's a good deal.
Evan Carlson, the man that made the tackles down here, getting stretched out. And you're right.
Another cramp.
Yeah, you look at that replay. John Max Griep, the center, was 3 yards forward before he got touched. Lots of room.
Now what Ross Shepp did, they slanted their 3-tech in toward the A gap, but there would have been enough. He only had inches to go.
Yeah.
He'd have made it easily. That's just one of those things.
Oh, Sheppard takes over at the 45 here.
Again, you're watching Raymond. That's offside on Raymond.
Yep, flags everywhere. Soltero. That's up the middle across the 40, down about the 38-yard line.
I still think you'll take the penalty, and the reason is it'll be 1st and 5.
Yep.
This will be 2nd and 2 or 3. But that halfback's timing was off. That's a fun play to run when you're running. When it works, it's really good. Bring the hammer.
All right, so 1st and 5.
Moving up 5, we played it down. He'll make it 1st and 5 around the 40.
Soltero lines him up. Drops back. Pressure comes. Look out. And he's sacked in the backfield.
They brought heat on that.
Keston Henry.
5 men, yeah.
Just got around the block and
Yeah, they did a nice job. The tackle looked tired out there. He was reaching instead of getting his body out there and getting the pop on him.
now 2nd and 12.
Again, Raymond is blitzing again.
Here they come. Gets the ball off, misses his man. Again looking for Ginther.
Look for Ginther, and there was really nothing there because he's throwing it into the teeth. They're playing that zone now and throwing into the teeth of it. Just dropping off. And you notice who they got to handle those crossers in there. They got Barnett sitting in there. And I don't think you want to be passing it around him. He's one of those young men that's got a real sense for the game. You know?
Well, 3rd and 12 here. Soltero has a man over the middle, and Chudy gets the first man. He's bumped forward. It can be enough for a 1st down here as he's brought down just across the 35-yard line.
1st down where team they mark it. They bounced him back. Now, what's interesting here, interesting thing about the rules. Now watch there, he goes, see, he was pushed back.
Yeah.
If he'd have gone back on his own trying to get around, that's where the ball would have been. But by being hit.
A toss drop by Danbridge. And brought down immediately for a big loss.
Danbridge has played well all game, and he's hurting, you know that. We saw him go out earlier, but that's tough.
Loss of 9 is Keston Henry again on the tackle. Well, 2nd and 19 here, with a minute 8 to go in the 4th. And we have a delay here. We have another man down. And it's Dandridge again.
Yeah, he's hurting.
Yeah.
And you know, I wouldn't have him out there. I'd have your backup's pretty good. Oh, he probably wanted to be out. He's probably a senior, and he doesn't want to. Wants to leave it all on the field, which he has today. He's had a good game.
Well, he'll get helped off here.
I think you're going to see Raymond on this. Keep what they've been doing. Bring 4, maybe 5, and drop everybody else off. Force them to throw underneath.
All right, 2nd and 21, they call it.
You got 4 to the boundary, so they're isolating the backside. That's what they've done. There's your isolate.
And he gets out to Chuddy. Break to the left, still on his feet. He's going to have the 1st down. He's driven out of bounds after picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, now there's a case when you see them putting 4 receivers to the boundary, they're not going there. They got that isolate to the wide side. That's what they did. And nice job. Good straight arm by Chudy, and then, of course, taken out of bounds. Good first down.
Yeah, brings up 1st and 10 here from the 22. Pick up a 23 on the play. Now Gutierrez Jimenez. It's inside the 20-yard line.
Jimenez got really quick feet.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the power that Dandridge had, but he's got real good quick feet.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
I'm going to bring up 2nd and 7 here. Taro drops back, pressure comes, looking end zone. It's picked off.
Picked off, and he's got running room.
Houston Ralph.
Uh-oh, he could be gone.
Weaving, he's got lots of room now, cuts back the other way.
He's not.
And brought down.
So the one thing you can't do today, you can't peel back and block people. You'll be flagged for it. And normally, you get a pick like that, and you got guys will peel back, pick them up. And you see guys, they'll stop. There was one good block by Barnett, but they won't peel, and he knows that, so he cut back inside. And that makes it. Now I expect they'll probably down the ball.
Yeah.
This has been a good ball game.
That's been a fun game.
Yeah.
And Raymond's been fun to watch here.
They do a lot of different things, don't they, Corey?
Yeah.
That is. It's fun to watch this style.
Looks like they're going to give it to Barnett one more time. He wants to throw again. Steps around the first man. Now he's going to run it ahead. Still picks up 9 on the play.
Yeah.
Oh, 7 seconds now left in this one. Now they can run it right down.
4 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 1. The ball at the 44-yard line.
It looks like they're going to try to something else out of their bag of tricks here.
They're throwing everything out. They might have another one we haven't seen.
There's Ralph rolling out to his right. Guns it over the middle. And can't bring it in. And that'll do it, though. Raymond Comets.
The ball game.
Impressive. You know, they allowed Ross Shepp to come back and tie it up to start the second half, John, but then just kind of took it away since then.
Oh, that one big drive down the field, and from then on, it was like Ross Sheppard was 2 and out, and the Ross Shepp defense just wilted under the pressure. One of those games, Raymond showed why they've been provincial champions in Tier 1 so many times.
Yeah, well-earned victory here for Raymond, and it is impressive. Those guys playing both ways and special teams, and look like they're fresh by the end of the ball game too.
That's exactly right, but it's the way they practice.
Yeah.
And it's what they do, their lifestyle. They're in sports all the time. It's what they do, and they push the envelope in all their sports. Like I said, I remember watching Brett Ralph play baseball up here, and I played on the Canadian team, playing second base, and he really a good infielder and could hit a little bit, had trouble with the breaking ball a little bit. Tremendous athlete, and the biggest thing about him, his compete level, whether it was baseball or football. You see that with Raymond over and over and over again. It's compete level. And it's wonderful to watch teams that play this game that way.
We're going to turn it over here to the in-house in a moment for the post-game ceremony and the presentation. And one more game coming up later tonight in the Brian Fryer division. But Shep's got to be proud too, getting here to this game and hanging with the Comets for the most part.
Oh, I would think so. I thought they played very well against them right through about midway through the third quarter. And then, as I say, their defense just got tired.
All right, we'll turn things over to field level.
Welcome the official party presenting the plaques and banners for today's game. George Grant, football commissioner of the AS2A. Deanna Metro, Director of Provincial Championships and Member Services at the AS2A, and the President of the AS2A, Mr. George Hoyt. At this time, we'd ask the captains of today's provincial finalist, Sheppard Thunderbirds, please come forward to receive the finalist plaque. And ladies and gentlemen, only in special occasions does the AS2A present a sportsmanship pin, and they're doing so today for this ball game to number 33 of Ross Shep, Evan Carlson. Congratulations, Evan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would the captains of the provincial champions, Raymond Comets, please come forward to accept the championship plaque and banner emblematic of provincial supremacy at the Tier 1 regional level in the province of Alberta for 2021.
All right, that about wraps things up here for this one, as Raymond knocks off Ross Sheppard 45-17. I'd like to thank the platinum level sponsors here once again. Subway and Alberta Milk also sponsors Morjex Insurance, Riacom Print and Design, Wilson Elite Promotional Marketing, Driving Force, Deerfoot Inn and Casino, and Marmot Basin. On behalf of John Belmont and the entire crew here, I'm Corey Graham saying so long. Stay tuned though, coming up next, we will have the Brian Fryer game, as that championship is to be awarded as well. The number 4 St. Francis Browns will take on the number 3 Harry Ainley Titans in a few moments time. So we'll be back for that, but stay tuned. Another IC Live Procast coming your way.